Clay stuff. Do a little clay stuff. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Sunday. Oh, it didn't. I don't want to hear myself. Pause that. Play that. Pull the chat up. Oops. Let's see. Losing control. The one-handed Tony needs to try to do it. radio song. Gotta be smooth with it. Gotta be smooth with it. Oh, I might need to take my sweater off. Nice. Happy with that. Happy with that. Oh, pretty. Yeah. And the interesting one. Oh. Oh. Yeah, at the bottom of the screen. Yeah. at the top. Oracle's not terrible. Oracle's not terrible. Thank you for the likes, guys. I see 2 likes in there. Appreciate it. Do it again. I want to check the base and stuff on this.
Call that number 11.
Yo. Yeah, first pull. Did not go so hot, but it's the name of the game. Wreck and repeat, wreck and repeat. Trying to go too fast, I think. How you doing now? I know I just saw you not too long ago. Trying to pull in some of the fluids out of the inside here. This is where I need that stick. Another 13 balls. Yeah, at least. At least I got those guys. And this will be another ball someday. Trying to relax before bed. It's a good plan. Did you end up checking out any of, like, you know, no rush on that, but did you check out any of those potters I sent you? I know, like, Swan City's been live this whole time. I was in there for a little wee bit. Too sticky. You give him a sub, have him off. Right on. Nice. It's got quite the flair to it. Better than me. It was your first day, man. It's your first day. And honestly, like you do, yeah, like I said, you were doing really well. You did great. I'm excited to see. I bet you'll surpass me in no time. I was pretty happy with, like, I had some warble going on, and I think I corrected for it pretty, like, decently. Anyways. interesting. Certainly, wedging that clay got my little shoulders in a tizzy. I missed. Excuse me. Well, I don't know. Partly, I want to be doing more like attempts every night. So kind of hopefully not as long. Like I think it was 3 weeks ish. If I did like 2 or 3 streams a week, then I'm at 8 now. Something like 3 weeks. I'll be going, but I'm hoping to try more times in an evening. So I don't know. Maybe another 2 weeks or so. Hopefully, maybe less. I say every night, but every stream anyway. It's kind of cold. forgot to take my freaking sweater off, man. It's hot. It's real, man. Loud. I gotta get this work, man. Rather than water displacement Formula 30, as Ben Wolf would say. Oh, I forgot. This little Skeeter. Get out of here. Close. I guess that's a dangerous move to make with play all over your hands. Got it. Worth it. I gotta remove the sweat right now. A little bit better. I guess there's just nice and wet.
Pour it.
Take 3, baby. Take 3.
Squash it. Eat it. Squish it.
Are that little? What happened? I just popped my finger through the side. Like before I popped my finger through the side. I felt it tear. I think I was just trying to pull too much up at one time. Trying to be Ben Wolf here. Pulling a pot in 2 bowls. But no biggie. You just get more practice centering, coning, and all that. But I think happened anyways is that it's just a little bit greedy with the amount I was pulling up. These mosquitoes, man, I cannot believe it. Oh, 1 on each arm. That was crazy. Like in the same spot on either arm. I'm gonna try this little tiny piece. Ugh. Make a little tea cup. Make a little shot glass. Man. Should expose the garage. I feel like they're coming from in here. I lose a lot of light, so I don't know how that would look. You need a bug zapper. Yeah, I do. Honestly. Yeah, everywhere I look, there's a little guy. It was really hard to play. They just won't leave me alone, man. I can hardly tell if I get them, too. They just get covered in clay. Oh, brother. This might be a short one because I don't know. I don't know if I can handle being eaten alive out here. It's just a warm weather right now. Brought them out. Yep, and there's just a dead one in the water. Wow. There's like 5 right in front of me. This is the mosquito stream. Really, you gonna land right on my hand? Really not quite centered. Not as centered as I would like it. Oh, brother. Quite the warble. Quite the warble. I don't know if I can recover. I don't think I can recover. Honestly, these freaking mosquitoes, I think that's what I'm blaming for my performance so far. I might have to close these doors. Because I'm getting eaten alive. Pre-apologies for the sound here. Actually, you know what? Real quick. Yo, Zach T. Hello. Welcome. Is this the Zach T that I'm thinking of? I started to see them profile pics. Oh. Yes. Glad you could make it in, man. Thank you. I'd be surprised if one of those likes wasn't yours. So I think I've only had like 5 people in here. There's 5 likes. There's 5 people watching right now. Tuned in for some clay. Michael Pottery. Right on. Well, I think I can satisfy your need for clay. I've been a little bit off. My arms is tired, and the mosquitoes have been fucking with me pretty good. How have you been, Zach and Michael? How are you guys? I know the sound is pretty awful. I might actually give it another spritz of lubricant. Yeah, it's getting too annoying. Before I get too into the next throw here. I know you came for clay, but I've got to do some tiny magnets. Oh. I actually keep this a little more hand. Ooh. On. Show me some clay. All right. It's clay. Have you thrown any wild clay yet? I tried, but it doesn't really like to be thrown. My plan is once I get a couple more skills up under my belt, then I'll mix the two. Mix that with some of this processed clay in order to have it stick together, because it just doesn't have like the additives and all that in that help it stay together. So it, like, I could do a little bit and then it just rips apart. Is the light okay? It got pretty dark in here all of a sudden. That light bulb. Yep. Bummer. You make a tall tower and smash it like King Kong? Oh yeah. I can smash towers. I'll try, man. Genuinely. I'll do a tall cylinder and smash it. The only problem with lube in the wheel is that drive wheel is that it doesn't want to spin. Lighting's good. Thank you, Mike. And all the random singing is because I'm listening to music. Just to make that. So that process there, it's called coning, and it just lets the clay be a little bit more malleable for me. I'm gonna do it one more time. Practice, and because this is kind of rough clay. It's just cold. It kind of warms up the clay. You know? And if I'm always looking down here because that's where my chat's at. Jeez Louise, these bugs, man. 44 minutes. Yeah, probably just an hour stream today. I got one good cylinder, 3 attempts. Oh, this is my 3rd attempt? No. Yep. Come on now. Looks good to me. Jeez Louise. It just won't quit. It's really just distracting me. These freaking bugs. Slipping. Oh no. Got some worst warble I've ever gotten so far. Jeez Louise, man. Honestly, this is probably the last thing I'm doing. See you tomorrow. Just wanted to stop by. Right on, man. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Anytime. Anytime. Look at that freaking warble, dude. I've never just had warble so atrocious. Which is just the offset of the rim there. Freaking awful. There's not even any compressing my way out of this. You always trim. You always trim it off. Hey, how's it going? Corner Clubhouse Cobalt. Yeah, I popped into your live there for a minute. I got busy with my day, but I looked like a beautiful day you had down there. Beautiful day for a walk. Mike, are you still here? I don't know. I'll smash it like King Kong. Or I'll cut it in half. Oh, it's getting out of control, guys. Can you explain the technique you are employing, the cup making basics? Yeah, I mean, well, kind of. I'd have to start over. Right now, this is just pulling the walls. And I'm probably doing it extremely wrong, so. But I'll do one more piece maybe after this, then I can show you. I'm just trying to get this cylinder as tall as I can to smash for you. Smash it like King Kong. Because I'll do it, man. So like the general thing that I'm trying to do right now that I'm not doing a very good job of is kind of like keeping still. And then because of this wheel and I'm throwing, like I'm putting it this way, this is way too fast. So ideally you want it to be, you know, a nice comfortable speed. But I find like this wheel just, because it's like a flywheel based wheel, it doesn't maintain like a nice speed. You have to kind of like feather the pedal. But because I'm new doing this, I often ignore doing that. So I just ride the pedal and then it goes way too fast. And I got a nice twist in this. But basically what I'm doing is pushing out with, you know, this hand, pushing it in with this hand, and just bringing it up and getting more, trying to put more pressure on the outside than the inside so that it doesn't want to lay out, and that's how you kind of get your cylinder. And doing that, I don't know what that does. But I'm going to cut it off with my wire tool here. Just a piece of wood on a thin gauge wire. Frick. On either side of a thin gauge wire, and you just kind of cut it off. I'm going to practice pulling the vessel off the wheel head without deforming it, or deforming it as little as I can. I should have added water to the wheel head before I cut it. But yeah, like that twist is not good. But I do want to check the thickness of the walls, and then I'll smash it. Yeah. So you can see how it's thick, and then thins out. It's because I'm really bad at this. And then the base is a little bit thinner than what I would like. Let me see if I can get these to stand up again. Like that? Is that what you wanted to see, Mike? I'm just going to squish this into a ball, and I could use that another time, but it's way too wet right now to try to pull again. And I'll do one more, and I'll kind of walk you through what I'm doing. But I'm no teacher, as Ethan knows, because he was over today. I was showing him what I do know about doing the pottery. But there's not much at this stage. Smashing the like button to reciprocate. Thank you. like King Kong, right? You beat your chest first, I hope. So that's just, obviously cleaning the wheel. Getting rid of that slip and clay from the last row. And then you want to just take a slightly damp sponge and just touch it and get just a little bit of water there. But you don't want it to be wet, you want it to be damp. Which is good. I have to grab another ball here. Cool. So yeah, you got that. Oh, it kind of dried out too much there. A little bit of a damp wheel head. But not wet. Like that, I don't know. Yeah, that transits pretty well. That's wet. You don't want it that wet. You want it damp. And then you throw down your clay, kind of get it in the middle where you want it, and you want it to kind of bash it in there, so if you tried to pick it up, it's nice and stuck, right? And then lots of water. So wet hands, a wet sponge, wet your clay, get the wheel going. And when you're centering, I've heard different opinions, but the faster, the better, in my opinion. And then when you're sitting at the pottery wheel, you want to be up against the wheel. Actually, I can be a little bit closer. Up against the splash pan, putting your elbow into like the crotch of your crotch, and then you're kind of letting the clay come into this part of your hand. You can kind of see where the mess is there. And you're letting that do all the work. And it'll just center it. And then you kind of start angling your thumb in forward. And I squeeze slightly with my fingers as well. And that starts this coning process. The idea behind this is to soften the clay so it's a little bit more workable. You're getting water, you're exposing, like as you're doing this, you can feel the clay get drier at the bottom. And you're exposing more clay, and then you're putting a little water on, getting it wet. But it's also to align, like there's little tiny platelets, right, in the clay that the clay is made out of, or made up of. And you're kind of getting them oriented in a circle. It's a circle. So not only am I leaning forward, but I'm putting my hand a little bit closer to center, and then the clay just goes where it goes. It has to go somewhere. Because it's like a really thick fluid, you know? So you get a cone kind of like that. And then you kind of bend it forward, cap your thumb on top of your hand so the clay doesn't have anywhere to go. And this is slip that's come out, it's really wet clay. And then you start pushing back down. And then when my hand starts opening up, I'll kind of introduce this hand. Start pushing down. Keeping, again, that rigid arm so that it stays in the center. It's pretty straightforward stuff. It's really, like, it just takes practice. Like, the idea, the concepts are straightforward, I would say. But then just getting it, that's a different. And right here, so like you end up with a bit of a mushroom thing, like it comes out like that, up, out, once you're done coning. So I push into center, and then I just wrap my thumb around. And it tends to do the trick, and then this hand helps flatten it out, because you don't want to wear your thumb out. Pushing into center, getting kind of a hockey puck shape. Doing that again a little bit. And then, I want to get your hands nice and wet. Like, you always want to get your hands wet. And then push down in the middle, right in the center. And then get your other finger in there. And start opening up the middle. And push. I like to, pushing forward then, and it helps, define where your walls are going to be. Give you some material to pull. And then just kind of going back and forth from the edge to the center, try to compress the bottom of the clay is a good habit, because if you don't, you end up with something called S-cracks. So when you fire, even sometimes when it's drying, there's a lot of tension that happens in the bottom. So yeah, you just want to mitigate that. And I'm just doing a little bit of a round over, pull it back out. I just didn't like the pointiness of the top there. Yeah, and you end up with this like open form here. And then you can start doing that. Pulling up the wall. Which this is where I'm at, basically. I'm not. This is just kind of new to me, doing it in this method. Oh, geez, Louise. Massive warble. So somewhere there, I moved my hands up too quick. I don't know if, cannot compress that out. I'm going to try to unfold that. Oh. This is the spot. It's like paper thin there. Part of this too is like this is a first like a bunch of this clay I wedged it, and they were all different like moisture levels. So it's and wedging it is just a way of mixing the clay together. But I probably should have waited to use these pieces and just use the other clay. But it is what it is. We see now. I only really got the one cylinder tonight that I'm happy with. This doesn't count as a productive cylinder because it's ugly. No, I want to try and get a clean rim off the, just while I'm pulling. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. Nice. I could keep going with this, I think. I think I can. There's a lot to pay attention to when you're doing this. I find that I just leave my foot down on the pedal way too often and just it gets going too fast. Yeah. Yeah. You still here, Mike? Oh, I'm gonna smash this one too, though. I'm gonna try to get as much water off it as I can before I smash it. I hope you learned something there. I am, and I'm learning a lot. I don't know. I took that as a joke, but maybe it's true. Are you gonna get yourself a wheel up in the apartment? You do pottery and laser engraved items at your booth. Anybody sticking around, appreciate you. That's pretty cool. See a couple people in there. Pretty cool. All right. I got a decent, a good old 4 people watching. It's pretty sick. So I'll do another one. But I did a bunch of I don't know. I sound like a broken record, I'm sure, but I did a bunch of clay wedging today, so my hands are pretty tired, to be honest. I'm not used to doing that kind of work anymore. After being on the computer for so long. One more only this time. All right, man. Thanks for popping in. Have a good night and good day or good week at work. I'll see you some night this week for sure. For sure. That's another reason to go. Ben Wolf just went live. If you like what I'm doing, go watch Ben Wolf because he does this for a living. And I'm just an unlearned folk. But you'll see what he does. He makes this look easy peasy lemon squeezy. And honestly, I don't know, because I've only had virtual kind of lessons, like video lessons, and no in-person training. So I'm sure, with a good in-person teacher, it could be picked up pretty quick, I think. But as far as getting smooth with it, that's a whole nother story. Oh, yeah. Quick fade break. Don't do drugs, kids. Nicotine's a drug. Don't do it. Get this up to speed. By the way, I'm listening to a fella named Paul Spring. Highly recommend. good tunes, good lyrics, good guitar. I personally am more lean towards his acoustic stuff, but there's a lot of remixes that are also really good. Oh. I started one and everybody left. That's the way of the road, Rick. Okay, on my wrist. I felt some air pockets pop, which is a good thing, but it's nice that they're in there. Better now than when I'm pulling. I think a lot of the, like Ben Wolf said in my stream yesterday, I believe, the pot is only as good as the clay preparation. Preparation. I don't know why I was leaning back there. Minimal warble. It's good.
Oops.
Oh,
No!
I was happy with that one.
Until that happened.
I think I got a little bit much. Getting a little thin. Getting a little thin, guys. Let's see. It's just not a night. It's not a night for pottery. Like a do a little bowl situation. Haven't done a bowl shape yet. Just kind of become that. It's the thinnest walls ever. I definitely feel the inconsistencies in my walls, dude. It's definitely turned into more of a bowl. Ugly work. Shoddy job, Joel.
Shoddy job.
It's like it'd be cool if the warble wasn't so bad. Oops. You can tell I'm getting tired. I'm sick of these mosquitoes biting me. Something. This ain't the goal though. Goal is cylinders, so this does not count. By 100 cylinders before I move on to bowls. I'm so tired. I'm breaking my plan here. Anyway, it's a little something. A little something. A little something. Cap off the evening. Something different. Now, it's an ashtray. You know, not awful. Like this side's definitely thinner than this side. I don't know how well that comes across. But it's not as bad as I had in my head.
Do another.
Yeah. Not terribly thin. That's weird. Take them off there. I don't know. I don't know. The base is nice and present. It's definitely like a really thin section right near the base there. But that's probably really weak because I had a bunch of water. But this is the clay that I went through tonight. I only got one good cylinder. So I'm at 11. 89. 89 to go. And yeah, 39 till I start trying to keep them. And then doing some trimming and stuff. But this is where I'm going to call it. I think that's a good hour and a half. Good hour and a half of practice. But I don't know about tomorrow per se. But later on in the week, I should get a good long stream in. Oh, if these mosquitoes just left me alone. All right. Thank you, anyone, for joining. Anyone who's here. Thank you as well. Anybody who's watching this in the future. You're radical. And I appreciate you guys. And notice 8 likes. It's pretty dope. Very cool. Alrighty. Y'all take care now. Bye now.